this heads up to the end of my presidency, and we are going to celebrate today. And this will go out on a recording, so it's good that all of you are here. And Stormy is driving Marty's car, or Stormy's car, whichever way around that is. And I'm glad to see you, Doris. I'm really glad to see all of you. And I'm going to start with some slides which will be about celebration. So if you're up for it, I would like to celebrate what we're all about. Is that okay with all of you? Celebration is good. And for me, this has been a fascinating year. Being your president, I think I'm a really very newbie Rotarian, so it's been quite interesting to get used to the idea of this. And a year later, I'm amazed that the year has come and gone. And one of the things that we've always learned here in Rotary is about the four-way test. And I'm going to just share that today because for me, it's very much about what I want to celebrate today with all of you. So is celebration the truth? Is it fair to all? And will it build goodwill and better friendships? And would it be beneficial to all concerned? I believe that's true. What I've learned this year is that getting up early on a Tuesday, a second Tuesday and a fourth Tuesday at my 6 o'clock and getting ready for all of you on the Eastern Standard Time and beyond in the world has been quite something. But it is about the future, and the future is ours to create. And for me, that's a really important message because I believe that we can create a new narrative. And I think we've done that here in the club over the last year, getting to know each other. And we've had some amazing speakers, but I really wanted to get to know our members. And today we've got Ruby's going to share her project. And we've had many, many projects that Shankar and I have been shepherding. But it is about authenticity, authentic power, harmony, and our world. And this is my motto for us, is that why can't we just all get on together? Magical conversations are really important. And I want to celebrate all of you. And we have our awards. And this is going to start us off with our celebration before we get to our speaker, Ruby, and myself and Shankar. So let me present these awards, and we will present them again on June the 30th at our New Year's Eve party. But let's look at them one by one, because these are really, really important. And first, I want to award you, Doris, because you have been awarded the Jennifer Award. And this is really for a female of great, exceptional dedication and service within the club. You always smile and you're always there. And you're so supportive. Your donations to the Rotary International and through our club. And also your wonderful presence and your passion for justice. I think that is fantastic. And next but not least, our Rotarian of the Year. And I'm so proud to give this to Ikejiaku because he's always there. You're always smiling and you're always so supportive. You're always creating banners and posters and making sure that everything works. And you do it without getting grumpy or anything with me. So that's good. I really like that. For me, that's about a completeness, a wholeness, and you show that in everything you do. I'm really glad to see Firoz here because we've awarded you the INLE Salva, I have to say that properly, Foundation Platter. And this is you're just an amazing Rotarian for us, and I really appreciate you both in this club and in the work that we do with the G100. But you have given so much to the foundation, to the work you do with peace and everything that you do, and I'm truly grateful. Next, Patty, our amazing president, to be on the 1st of July. I am so happy to pass the baton to you. Our award to you is about member engagement excellence. You are always there with a smile, Patty. You're always so upbeat, even when you've had some challenging times in your family. and you really engage everybody, and you get involved in community projects in your region, and I really, really appreciate you. Our next award is, my screen just got stuck. So the next award is Ritu Chopra. I couldn't have made any of these events happen without you. Your dedication to order and discipline and getting speaker notes in is excellent. And Event Planning Mastery Award to you. Thank you, my sister. And Dr. Joy Nicole Martinez, not with us today, but her amazing work in the field, to honor her with the Leadership Award. She does amazing work in the corporate arena, in the health arena, and we're very proud to have her as an honorary member. I gave a President's Excellent Award to Rebecca Bond-Donnelly, who doesn't actually get to our meetings, but this is for a particular reason, because she looks after 200 plus children, babies, boys and girls, preschool, after school. And of course, 4 o'clock in Ireland, when meetings happen, is not the time to be able to come online when you're looking after children. But she's dedicated to staying a member, and she will be here as many times as she can in the year to come. So Patty, keep an eye on Rebecca. She is amazing. Stormy, again, an amazing member. And we've given you the award for financial stewardess, but this is much more eclectic. It's much more about keeping an eye on the governance of our club, making sure that we do things correctly. And you're always amazing, and I wish you all the best for your campaign year. Brittany, we've awarded the Collaborative Excellence Award. This is for her work in the field, again, in very important opportunities in Washington, D.C. and in Chicago. Brittany's always at the forefront of making things happen, and we're very proud to have you as a member. Carolina Isabel Marin Marino, we've given her the award for Rotary Club of DEI Award because Carolina lives in Chile and faces a lot of diversity, equity, and inclusion issues. It's a very, dare I say, macho community there, and she faces issues every single day of her life. And we are here to support her as we go forward in the next year. The Advisor of the Year Award goes to Quanta Dawn Light, who is an amazing advocate of peace and the prohibition of nuclear weapons, and is always, always at the forefront of that. We appreciate you enormously. And my dear friend Shankar, in Innovation in Programming Award, I couldn't do these passion projects without you, Shankar, and I'm really looking forward to taking this forward in the next Rotary year and beyond with the connections that we have. You are an inspiration and just so spiritually conscious. I just love you to pieces. Paul Brandes, I hope that you're here. I'm not sure whether you've arrived yet, but Paul has the award for Global Impact Stories. I love the fact that you're such an observer of life, Paul, and you come in with amazing stories and history and connections. Absolutely amazing. And here we have Aaron Myers, Community Engagement and Impact Award. Aaron is amazing in terms of on-the-ground work, connecting clubs together, and with Patty ran an amazing program in New York for Share to Dare for kids and taking toys and games to Ukraine. But he worked so hard in so many ways to connect communities together, and all the work he did with the Ukraine at the beginning of the Rotary year is outstanding. And then Manu Seth is an honorary member, so outstanding honorary member award. And those of you who saw his presentation recently about the work that he's doing with Rotary clubs in India is outstanding. And I recommend you go and watch that episode again. Thank you to Manu. And last but not least, Rohel Khan, who is in Saudi Arabia, and we offer him the Club Member Achievement Award because he has outstanding information to share with us on what is happening in that area of the world. And it's important that we keep an eye on everywhere in the world. So I just want to applaud also all the people who support me, especially you, Marty, because you helped me transfer into this club, but also so you recognize other people. Kay, so delighted you're coming in to join us. Maria Rosa, known as Bing, who hopefully will come on the live stream on New Year's Eve party, who was the first person to sign me up for Rotary. Nico Ianelli, who supported Marty in the foundation of this club. For us, as you can see here, past British Governor Terry Miller, past president, and Dolly Parton, who is always a smiling face and is our first twin club. And I had the privilege to work with a club in Indonesia on entrepreneurship, which I will share a little bit more about. But we will also talk about the party at the end of our session today. So now I want to say absolute amazing congratulations to all award winners and to everybody who's made the club what it is. And I couldn't have done this without all of you. So I really want to appreciate all of you and just hand the floor over to Ruby in just a moment. But I would like to welcome Peter Bagley, who's come in from district, and Erin, who's just popped in. So thank you, all of you. I'd like you to give a round of applause to everybody who's had an award here today. And I want to thank Marty, as ever, for putting the banner heading together and putting everything on the website. We wouldn't have the notoriety as the club that we are if we didn't have such a fabulous web presence. And of course, the live streaming that we're going to do on New Year's Eve is going to be orchestrated by Marty. Okay, so anybody want to make any comment? Patty, I'm going to just ask you to say a word or two before we pass over to Ruby.
Well, I'm telling you this, that together everybody achieves more. It sounds a little corny because it's something that they share in high schools when you're on a, softball team or a lacrosse team, whatever team you're on. But those acronyms really apply to us too, because together we all achieve more, especially globally. And, just when you think like, does this matter? Yes, it does. Even something really small like a simple emoji, just keeps everybody like afloat, because sometimes life gets in the way, and we think like, is it even worth it? And when somebody just responds and is there to like pick up where you might be a little dropping off, it just matters, and together we all rise. And I just love that we've been able to stay afloat. We're a new club, we're a global club. That in itself is really, really hard to do what we're doing. And I really would love to see a little bit more. I'm going to be a pusher now. I would love to see a little bit more. I know we do it already, but a little bit more of encouragement on our social platforms.
Yes.
I think it really will make a difference, and really start sharing out those newsletters. Add to them, add your opinion, add your remarks, add a comment, because again, we're doing great stuff. And I really, really encourage everybody to check out Rotary International, because I've been enlightened there. I've done a lot of Rotary learning on there, and I encourage that as well, just like Marty reminded us just today, I believe. So anyway, I'm excited for Ruby and Peter, and mwah, I love you guys.
Thank you, Patty. And I totally agree. I think that we need to, I know Isiak will agree as well. We need to make sure that we get the social media, we click and we like and we make comments. We are on Facebook and we are on LinkedIn, and I'm going to do some video streams on all the awards, so that together with Ziak we can put those out on social media and make sure that we get more coverage, not just in the district but across the world. So we have got members in many, many countries of the world. Ritu, you want to say something quickly?
Yes, Dr. First of all, I wanted to give you my gratitudes and sort of virtual award for you doing an excellent job bringing passion projects. And we got to know a lot of our members across the world, different time zones. We still meet on Zoom screens, but it does bring us closer as we share our passion projects or a common cause for humanity or serving whatever speaks to our hearts. But there's a belongingness in the group. And I also want to acknowledge everyone in the team doing their best, even in the last moments, to make every event successful as possible. So thank you all. Love to be part.
Yeah, thank you, Ritu. And I would agree. Is sometimes we're quite late in the day getting to Isiaq, making sure the banner's there, and Shankar is writing letters, and we're, behind the scene that lots of members don't see. We're making sure that everything is right, and it's a huge learning curve for all of us. And I think I want to remark on the fact that although we're a small club, we are maintaining our numbers. We're at 23, and a lot of clubs. I'm amazed that a lot of clubs are only smaller than that. When I met Kay in the PETS training, there was one large session where Gordon McAnally asked, what was the size of clubs in the room? And I was amazed that most clubs were small. Most clubs were 10s, 15s, 20s. So we're actually ahead of the game. And we've also got a great appeal. Whenever I mention to people the Rotary Club of Global Impact, it immediately responds with, oh, that's interesting. What is that about? And we have to make more of that and make sure that we spread the word, because we are phenomenal. So I'm grateful to see Peter Bagley here. Thank you, Peter. You come in from district. Peter and I met in Houston, seems like a lifetime ago. But what we have been looking at this year, my passion was passion projects. And so I'm very delighted to introduce our passion project with Ruby today, who is transferred in from a club in Nigeria. So she has been in Rotary for some time, but now new to our club. So hi, Ruby. I'm going to hand over to you for the next 10 minutes. I know we've got some slides to show, but let me give you the floor, Ruby.
Hello, Dr. Pauline. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, dear friends. So my name is Ifeoma Ruby Ikejiaku, and I founded this NGO, Ifeoma Ikejiaku Ruby Foundation. It's a women's rights advocacy and fosters humanitarian support. I'm making a presentation on how we can build hope in our communities through technological literacy for the rural women and girls in Nigeria. It's a 10-year project that is spanned into 2 phases, 5-year each. Let me give you a little bit background about Ruby Foundation. Ruby Foundation is a non-governmental organization that comprises of leaders, gender advocates, academics, humanitarian workers who advance women's rights. They work against violence against women and girls, provide economic empowerment and humanitarian support to disadvantaged women and girls, and offer emergency self-shelter, counseling, and support. The headquarters of this organization is in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and it was founded in 2019 by my humble self. Our mission is to empower women and girls to develop their inherent strengths and abilities and live up to their full potentials and excel globally. The values of this NGO are inclusion, integrity, excellence, teamwork. I'll quickly run through our goals: to promote sustainable livelihood for women and girls in rural areas, to facilitate financial inclusion for women through access to credit, bank accounts, and digital payment systems and literacy programs, to foster social protection by ensuring they have access to social protection such as pensions, gratuity, and maternity protection, to ensure women are equally represented in leadership positions in politics, the workplace, and other areas of life, to increase investment in programs that help girls enroll in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Executive summary. of these projects that we want to do for the rural women and girls that borders on technological literacy. It's targeting women, first and foremost, girls ages 10 to 18, other females 18 to 25, and females 25 to 50. Today, every human activity is dependent on various tools and machines. Access to information, healthcare, communication, cybersecurity, environmental protection, education, better learning techniques, research. So the importance of technological literacy is key in economic development. And the project goals for this passion project include the establishment of international standard ICT information and technology centers in the local government areas of the listed states. And the listed states in Nigeria are in the eastern part of Nigeria, the Abia, Imo, Enugu, and Anambra states. When we want to establish this ICC so that women can use ICT centers, so that women can use computers, the internet, and other media, get training and obtain a variety of communication-related services, because this is crucial to this project. So instituting these ICT centers in these states will create an enabling environment for research and increase employment opportunities for these rural women and girls. Goal 2 is sponsorship and scholarship for girls to study STEM fields. The project will drive scholarships and sponsorship of girls to engage in STEM fields. It will be driven, giving priority to inclusive and supportive environments where girls feel encouraged to explore, take risks, and dream big. By investing in the development of girls in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, we can pave the way for a more diverse, innovative, and equitable future in technology and inspire the female leaders for tomorrow. Goal 3 is to train and empower rural women in agriculture. Agricultural technologies can enable women farmers in rural areas to produce more, manage risk, and use fewer resources. This project will embark on massive trainings on unmanned aerial vehicles, also known as drones. These can scan fields from above to identify issues like infections and nutrient deficiencies. Also train them on sensors, robotics, farm automation, which combines machinery, electronic sensors, and data management to improve operation and decision making. You will see pictures of some of the technological equipment that we intend to make available in these communities. And goal 4 is the sponsorship of women and girls into health programs, nursing, certified assistants. The value of healthcare is seen in many aspects of human existence. Healthcare serves as an unwavering pillar of advancement, fostering everyone's well-being, while also helping to create successful societies and increase international security. Recognizing and supporting its importance is not just a question of duty, rather it is a calculated investment in a future that is better for everyone, more equitable and full of promise. Therefore, Ruby Foundation is committed to using this project to train nurses and other healthcare professionals who will drive the healthcare system of their communities in the future. We are seeking partners. Okay, goal 5 is the construction of a factory for production of sanitary towels and training of girls on production of sanitary towels. Period poverty is a global issue that affects women and girls and people who menstruate. And girls who menstruate and cannot afford or have access to menstrual products, sanitation, hygiene facilities, and education about menstrual health suffer from period poverty. Some consequences of period poverty include girls missing school, girls being forced into early marriage, and loss of education. In Nigeria, an estimated 37 million women and girls are affected by period poverty. A factory that will produce and distribute free menstrual products as well as training on its production is one of the goals of this project.
We can't hear
The
you.
partners that we have, the partners that we are seeking partners who are drawn to this project to join us in accomplishing it, either by picking a goal or joining forces with other bodies to accomplish any of the goals. We are currently speaking to some international humanitarian organizations and philanthropic individuals. And currently, field workers are on ground in various states listed, the Anambra, Enugu, Abia, and Imo states, to avail us with information that will help drive these projects. And that's basically it. So this project is estimated to cost about $800 million and is going to last over a decade. We're also engaging with the federal government, the state government, and the local governments of Nigeria to find ways in partnering with us in accomplishing this project. I've done a pictorial tour of some of the past projects that we have done, but for want of time, I will not be able to go into details to break it down. We also have a Facebook page that is called the Ifeoma Ikejiaku Ruby Foundation. If you go on Facebook, you'll find it. You see some of the outreaches that we have done, where we have supported students, where we have sponsored girls into STEM courses, where we have also supported women traders, and where we have also helped disabled women. And that is basically what we're doing in the Ikejiaku Ruby Foundation. And we intend to do more. We intend to help our communities. We intend to raise up girls who will break glass ceilings, and girls who will be able to alleviate suffering from their families and their communities through basic technological trainings and other forms of trainings and mentorships that we offer. Thank you.
I love this slide. Thank you, Ruby. That was amazing. What an amazing project you've got there. And it's fantastic in a world where we know that women are suffering so much, that you are doing such an amazing work. So any questions from the audience? I'm sure that you have some questions for Ruby or comments. I just think it's an amazing project. Firoz?
Yes, a question, Ruby. I was just wondering if Rotary is involved in any way with your foundation. Or
Yes, Rotary is involved. The club I transferred from partnered with me when I had the breast cancer awareness campaign in October 2021. So Rotary's, my club specifically, and District 9141 has partnered with me in some of the projects that I've done in the past. I've also partnered with Rotractors when we went to a community called Bundi Community in Rivers State, where we distributed maternal health products to pregnant and nursing women. So Rotary at my club and district level have partnered with me in the past, and they're still open to more partnerships.
Okay, thanks.
Fantastic. Patty.
Rudy, I'm Rudy. It's my dad. Ruby, great presentation. That was a lot to take in. I noted down the one I would love for us to work on in the upcoming year is project goal number 2, because I think Ryla would really parlay well with it. Ryla, there's a lot of opportunities with Ryla, and we could implement that for the scholarships. And I love all STEM. I love girls who code. I love all that stuff. I mean, every project is great. So I just wanted to throw that lifeline out there that maybe we could work on something together with the Ryla. I don't know if you have already. And then I do have a part 2 to this question. Do you have a personal favorite project of the ones you mentioned, and any that you might be working on currently right now? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually doing my PhD program in University of Port Harcourt, and my thesis is actually on STEM. So that STEM, the one on STEM for the girls, it's actually the one I'm very passionate about, and that's the reason why I'm pursuing it both academically and then using my passion project to pursue it.
Well, that's great. Good news. That's great news. All right, Pauline, that's great.
I think that's I think we can definitely do some work with Ruby on STEM. There's a lot of connections in other networks about STEM. Marty.
Yeah, hey, congratulations, Pauline, on a successful year.
Thank you.
Made it through. You're not off the hook yet. You still have 5 days underneath the fist, so don't try to escape. But you've done a
I won't run away.
wonderful job. And one thing I did want to mention about Ruby is she does currently have an application in with Kiva. And as you guys may recall, last year for Black History Month, we decided that we wanted to make a Black History. So we invested in one of our Rotarian members in our club, Dr. Shannon Stewart, a Black female entrepreneur. And her loan is going good, and she's still paying it back faithfully. We had 278 investors who came in on that, and Ruby has an application in now. So once she triggers this year, it's going to be our goal to amp up several hundred investors and see her project seen through at 100% funding.
Fantastic. That is
Thank
amazing.
you.
I'm also I'm inviting Ruby to become a G100 chair for Texas. Okay, for us, so you know. Ruby is a powerhouse of a woman, and you've also got your own business in international travel. So that we'll hear more about that another time. So international travel between the US and Africa and all different countries. So if you need to know anything else, make sure you contact Ruby. Okay, so I just noticed that Aaron and Carolina are here too, and Infinex, I'm not sure who is behind the screen of Infinex X6516, but just want to share, and Brittany and Dr. Sharisa, we did actually do the awards earlier in the meeting, and I will share those again with you later.
Thank you.
But thank you, Brittany, for being here, Carolina, for your work, and you do the club. Thank you.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi, Aaron. Aaron, good to see you, if we can see you. Okay, there he is, with a haircut. And congratulations to Aaron, who's moved in with his beloved to start a life together. So well done on that. Always a good thing to have a loving partner in your life. Fantastic. And I send love from my musician husband. And what I'd like to do is, I want to again congratulate all of you award winners, and make sure that you come to our live stream, because on that live stream, I'm going to be we actually see Doris with her trophy, with her Jennifer trophy on screen, and that will be fantastic. So I'm going to take an opportunity now to share my passion, because I have a passion project which is around education, and I've never shared this all year. So I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about what I do, and to share with you something that I call entrepreneurology. And for me, it's about how do we spread our knowledge around the world as entrepreneurs. And you may not think you're an entrepreneur, you may not be an entrepreneur, you may be in business, you may be retired, you may be anything. But for me, if we open our imagination and we start understanding that knowledge, experience, and imagination come together, we can also create healthy workplaces. And this is my passion, so I want to share it with you. And I've been working with Shankar on the ideas of taking this to a much wider arena. So I inherited a legacy business called the International University of Entrepreneurology from my father-in-law, who's passed. But it is about change maker employers. Unless we have people who really can bring hope to the world through employment, I think we're never going to get to a peaceful, harmonious, prosperous place. That's my view. And in all of the work we do, we have certain steps. in our Rotary Club we do, in Rotary International, you need a vision. And our vision for our club, started by Marty, was that we would be a female-friendly club, which we are. So I'm the first female president of our club. Patty is going to be the next one, and then Ritu the one after that. And we have a Rotary International woman in charge this July the 1st. So everything is not about women taking over, guys, but it's about our belief in who we are as individuals together. And how do we understand our purpose coming together as men, as women of wisdom and intelligence and imagination. And the idea to spread for me is about authentic harmony. I want harmony and peace in the world rather than what we have at the moment, which is war and aggravation and polarized conversations. And the passion that we have here in the club is magnificent. As Patty said, it's about coming together, remembering those little remarks on WhatsApp or on LinkedIn or wherever it is, remembering time zones. This is really important. The value of people is essential in everything that we do. And that's the center of all my work. It's about value creation. And you've seen this before, but you are the most important person in your life. And how you offer that to other people, yes, it's service above self, but it's also service, loving yourself and loving other people, because that's where we get results. That's where we can actually forge ways forward. And for me, this is what it's about. It's about combining knowledge, experience, and imagination. And I want us to think about how we can imagine our club even better than it is now. Marty started us off last year, founding such a superb club. I hope I've done good service for you to take it forward, and Patty and Ritu taking it further forward with amazing team of leaders, Shankar, Isiak, Marty, Aaron, Quanta, all of you supporting us. And Einstein says that imagination is more important than knowledge because it's limitless. Knowledge is limited. So what you know is, okay, we understand that, but let's use our imagination. And this is myself and my husband in Malaysia, where we really got to grips with this. And it's about entrepreneurists or people who grow large businesses from small beginnings. So if I apply that to everywhere in the world, and obviously the most famous entrepreneurists in the world are people who change the world significantly. We know these guys, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, Elon Musk. But what about the people in Kiva? These are the people who really change lives. These are people who run businesses everywhere in the world, and they come to Kiva and places like that to support projects like Ruby has just shared with us. These are the people who change lives. And I want to share a little story about this young man. I found this story. This guy, he was 10 when he started making something out of scrap in order to help his grandma, who was overheated in her property. And he achieved it by the age of 13. And would you believe it? He eventually got picked up by MIT, and he's now 26 years old, and he runs his own business and he sells to the world. And that was all because he thought of an idea, he used his imagination, he applied it, and he got that social media coverage. So the social media coverage that Patty referred to and Isiak is so good at, we need to make more of that. We can multiply the numbers in our club exponentially by going out and finding the way to do it. The best way to predict the future is to create it. So I want our club to be the best club in the world of Rotary and also in the world, and to remember that women are the largest increasing number of businesses ever. So women-owned business are the future. I am also part of the World Union of Small and Medium Enterprise, and I study this in many, many countries of the world. Women are phenomenal at creating businesses and having 10 kids, and not necessarily 10, but having a family, looking after the community. And they say, women are extremely studious at wanting to save the world. Every woman I worked with in Malaysia who had a small business wanted to set up a foundation to save the world. What is important for me is that employers become very authentic. I want people to create businesses where they value people. There's that cycle again. And this is about leadership. And we've had great leadership here from Marty. I hope I've done a good job as a leader, and I know that Patty will take this on further. but it's also about everybody else. It's about the team. And in business, it's about making money. And my favorite entrepreneurologist, maybe because he's British, but I love him to pieces, is Richard Branson. And he says, you know, if you don't understand people, you shouldn't be in business. And if you don't understand people, you shouldn't be in Rotary. And I think we all understand people. And as this year has been about hope in the world, the next year is going to be about magic. Now, I love magic because I believe that when you employ the power of authentic harmony, you don't just get a fun culture and a lovely place to go to work. You actually get far more magic. You get measurable business improvement and community improvement, and you get fantastic loyal customers. So what we want is loyal members. We want new members that stay. And we've got some ideas how we will bring back some of our previous members across the world. I'd like to bring Fumza back in, who is the most amazing friend of ours in South Africa. People like that could really expand the reach of our club. And this is me, just so you know. I did live in Malaysia for 4 years. I had a fantastic time. I do come from London and I have presented there. And obviously with Zoom, I just went out on the internet and I've had many, many wonderful, magical conversations out there on the internet with all of you. And I've written 2 books. Except one of them is in French, which is a translation of the English one. And as many of you might know, I don't speak French. So this is my passion to have harmony across borders. I know my dear friend Feroz, who's very into peace. I don't think we'll have peace till we have harmony. So that's my mission in the world. So as an entrepreneur, and you may be thinking you're not an entrepreneur, but if you use your imagination in anything you do, it's not about money. It's about whether you expand your imagination. It's someone who makes things happen. And the moment you accept the responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you gain the power to change everything in your life. And that's what I did when I met Jim and I set off on the last 12 years of my life, traveling around the world, living in Malaysia, now in America. And so I choose to be uncommon. It's my right to be creative, innovative within me. And I seek and embrace opportunity rather than settle for security. And I risk to dream, I will act to build. And I will actually do anything to help this world with a legacy of authentic harmony. So I'm hoping that you will help me as well, because I think it's time to not leave it all to the government to do everything for us. We need to do it for ourselves. The vision is your opportunity to resolve something that impacts the world. And war is impacting us. War is impacting and damaging children and families. And we need to find the opportunity to do things differently. So remember, it's your knowledge, fantastic. Whatever you know in your life, fantastic. But your experience, how you deal with, whether you can get out of bed when you've made a mistake, or you can understand and be honest about things going wrong and use your imagination. This is my founder. I will send you the slides. You can read more about him. But his question to the world back in the 1970s was, what should we be doing? And I think that question is still out there. What should we be doing? These are some of the great change makers in terms of products and services. But in terms of Rotary, what should we be doing to make a difference? And that's what I want you to think about. What can we do that makes a difference? I know that every time I say to somebody, I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Global Impact, and I will enjoy saying I'm past president of the Rotary Club of Global Impact, they always say, oh, that's exciting. What is it? Tell me more. That's our opportunity. All 23 of us members and friends, we can change the world by having a larger spread. My university is not a static university, it's a concept university. We teach lots of things, and you can look at this later. The main thing is that my PhD is not an academic PhD, and I've never claimed it to be. It's a life experience, and it's validated over 52 years. So if you want to know any more about that, then please come and talk to me. It's essentially about your life and how you've done it. So going back to Sir Richard Branson, who's my hero, I wouldn't expect him to go back to college in order to get his PhD. He is the example, a life example of somebody who makes a difference without going to school. And that's not critiquing going to school. He is my favorite. And he said, if you aren't making a difference in other people's lives, you shouldn't be in business. It's that simple. I don't want to be in your lives unless I can make a difference for the better. So with that, I would like to stop sharing and take us back to the audience. Thank you. Anybody got any questions on what
Pauline, I think that was just beautiful.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. I really appreciate
Pauline, I wanted to invite the governor to say a few words. Mr. Peter Bagley, the assistant governor for Rotary International and District 7680.
Yes, please, Peter. I'm so appreciate you being here. I can't hear you. We can't hear you, Peter.
The old microphone trick got him. He's never going away. There he is. Wait a minute.
Okay, how's that?
Yes.
Perfect.
I have three microphones and it keeps switching back and forth. I apologize for that. It's so good to be back with you all. And I was glad to get in on the tail end of the awards portion.
Hi there.
Of
Do you
your
sell
program.
buttons?
No, we don't.
No buttons.
There's no
Okay.
shelter or anything like that. We're more like a fabric for
Oh,
upholstery
okay.
and curtains.
Where can I
stuff
buy
like that.
buttons? Any?
Okay, how about that? Anyway, on behalf of our district governor, Deb Corbett, and of myself as her assistant, I want to congratulate you all on a fabulous year. Dr. Crawford, on your leadership, Marty, on your stewardship as the founder of this particular club. Thank you for all your work. It's always an encouragement to me to hear from people from all over the world. Having grown up in various parts of Africa myself, today's program was especially of interest to me, and I saw some passion projects there that align so beautifully with the things that Rotary is doing around the world. And so I commend you for your partnership there, and I love this this concept of investing. And would you say, Marty, a little over 200 investors in the last one? That was pretty fantastic. And sometimes that micro investment model is the thing that just makes a world of difference, particularly in developing countries. And so I commend you on all of that. And thank you for the opportunity to sit in this morning. It's so good to see you all, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Peter. That's fabulous. Thank you so much. And I realize we're heading up time. Is there anybody else who would like to make a comment? Say, or I'm going to hand over to Shankar. Oh, Aaron's got his hand up.
Yeah, just about the infrastructure project and that the young lady was presenting. I know that certain banks like Morgan Stanley have and are currently looking to invest in major infrastructure projects in Africa. I know for a fact that they are looking into doing a big housing development over there. And when you're talking numbers like $800 million, the nonprofit circuit might not be the best route for a serious investment like that. But, you know, if your financials are in order, you know, to go along with your pitch deck, I would recommend approaching like a bank, like a big bank, because I know for a fact they're investing in Africa right now. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. I'm going to hand over to Shankar just to give us a look forward into the future of what might be for us, our passion projects and our club. Shankar.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you once again. And first of all, I want to say what a privilege it is to have joined the Rotary, and very grateful to Marty. And in your presidentship, I found real friendship and great projects to work together. I met Patty, I met many others, I met Ritu, and really understood the power behind the entire workings of the Rotary Club of global impact, which makes real sense to me and is very personal. So when we presented about the passion projects, I have been very excited, and I have written to the passion project founders as a way to continue the passion together. And Marty always says, hey, buddy. And I said, that's the word for it, because you need a buddy and you need somebody who crystallizes your passion, not just once, but an ongoing basis, which is why I'm looking forward to continue what we created, Pauline, and with Patty's leadership, I will take this forward in a structured way. And that little bit, what Pauline said, I want to go that extra mile. And as they say, you know, Helen Keller once said, life is a daring adventure or nothing. And we belong to that tribe, I think. And there's another great saying by a man called Goethe. He's a German poet, philosopher. He said, if you dream of doing anything, begin it, because boldness has got magic, power, and genius in it. And I really want to extend that saying and make it like a cadence. And I'm inviting everybody here to see how the buddy system can work, because a buddy is really somebody who can resonate with you. Not everybody can be a buddy, because buddy saw something in what your project is about. So he or she is looking in the same direction. And having said all that, we have this technology today. We have this millions of people on the Rotary Club. The ecosystem is ready. The passion is ready. The missing link is the buddy. So what I will do is once again reach out to the passion project owners and say, and reach out to the members and see who can actually match up. And we articulate it as 5 or 6 or 7 projects that I want to really take it off the ground and see it happen in the real world together. And that is my invitation. And that is also where I am going to be following on Marty's footsteps and try to be a servant leader. So thank you very much, and hope to see you all again and continue this great friendship and these great projects that bring us together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shankar. And I love that I will be there supporting the passion projects as we go forward. And that's going to be fantastic. And as ever, I'd love to take a photograph of everybody if we can actually be on screen. Can you be on screen, Isya? Brittany, Carolina? Ruby? Oh, good. There's Brittany. Hi, Brittany. Carolina, are you there on screen or not? Oh, yes, hi. Who is in Infinix? Do we know who's in Infinix? Do we know? Okay, there's a mystery guest here. That's okay. We will invite everybody with love and so can you take a picture, or are you able to for me?
I can try. My doesn't always work properly. That's the problem. Marty, are you on your computer right now?
Yeah, I got it. I just took the picture.
Thank you, buddy. So
yeah,
I've taken one as well, so we'll share and see what's good.
Okay.
Okay. So I know that not everybody was here when we did the awards earlier. Oh, look, there we are. There you are. That's good. You see, this is the lovely thing about technology. You have something instant.
You got it.
One of the things, the awards will all be, they're all certificates. Those of you who missed the beginning or the presentation, I will send out all of the awards and we will show them again on June the 30th on the live stream. And also I'm going to do a video of each one so that we can promote those out. Thank you, Iziak, because Iziak, you did actually a fantastic job creating these certificates. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And all of you behind the scenes, as I said, all of you who've been working so hard. You want to make a comment, Iziak, our Rotarian of the Year?
So first of all, thank you for the honor. And I have learned so much over the last 1 year as well. For example, the certificates that, everyone's going to receive, it was the first time I was, I learned how to do bulk creation. Okay, so it was just basically just watch on YouTube, follow up, and then, it was fun, or it was a fun year. And I look forward to contributing to to Patty's presidency and onward. Okay. So, yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
That's fantastic. And Ritu, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a very brief comment. Dr. Pauline, this is your last meeting for your presidency, and I want to congratulate Patty, incoming president. So the next meeting we have a guest speaker. So I will confirm with her. So our duties for all our members remain the same. And next meeting we have, Patty would be leading us as a president.
So the last but not least, we are going to have a New Year's Eve party. As all of you know, Rotary celebrates New Year's Eve on June the 30th. So at 5 p.m., Patty and Marty are going to be in Bloom's Tavern in New York City. That's correct. And with the party favors, and I think we've got a dozen plus people who are going to turn up. And then at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to go live stream and we will come in. I know Kay said you're going to pop in. Doris, you're going to pop in and with your trophy. And Shankar and Izzy, I hope you're going to pop in, even though it'll be some ungodly hour in the morning. But if you can, then that would be fantastic. We won't necessarily expect you to be on, well, you will be on screen if you're on the live stream. And any of you who would like to pop in on the live stream or come and watch, then I will send you the StreamYard link. Yes, Marty? Marty's in charge of all this. And he's just put some in the chat there. And sadly, I can't get to New York this time. It's a long way from Las Vegas, but I will be there on the live stream and handing over the baton, Patty, so you can catch it. If anybody wants to come in, just let me know. And I think it's amazing that Rotary has a New Year's Eve in the middle of the year. That's using your imagination. I'm not quite sure wherever that came from, but I think that's really good. And I'm assuming there'll be parties everywhere. I'm also going to...
Pauline, I was going to say there will be parties worldwide. For those of you unfamiliar with seeing hundreds of people on screen in India and across the earth, you'll see the mega dinners, people in suits and dresses. We have a whole week planned in New York. If you're bored or inherit some money suddenly or hit the lottery, come on up to New York with us. We're starting on Sunday with Battery Park and the Statue of Liberty. And then, of course, Sunday night, the dinner and celebration. But all week long leading up to the Grucci fireworks with a celebration of Rotary Club of Global Impact at the Statue of Liberty fireworks will be televised across the United States on national TV. So again, come on up and join us. We welcome anybody.
Excellent, excellent. And I just noticed that Aaron's birthday is on Saturday. Happy birthday, Aaron. And I'm going to celebrate on Thursday evening with Kay at her leaving party here in Las Vegas. I'll see you there, Kay. We'll take some pictures. And remember, just share pictures and everything that you can. Yeah, if somebody wants to call me to New York, I'll come. But at the moment, I'm coming on live stream. Okay. Yeah, and one of the big projects we did this year was Dare to Spare, which Aaron's just reminded me of, and the donations went to the Ukraine. And we've got a video, which hopefully we will make sure that we put on social media. We're going to do a lot of work on social media campaigns with Iziak and make sure, as Patty said, we get things spread out. Thank you, Peter. Peter's just gone. Thank you to all of you for being here. And we still, as Marty reminded me, we still got work to do in the next few days to make sure all the books are straight and make sure all the transfers are smooth and everything is running as it should. I want to thank Ruby for coming here, to being in our club, and for sharing such amazing projects. And we will do our best to support those. And always, I love anything to do with helping women across the world, because as we know, women are still marginalized far too much everywhere in the world. And we need to create a world which is far more cohesive and unified and healthy, harmonious, and peaceful. I want to thank you all for everything that you've done for me this year, and deep appreciation to all of you. And thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline.
Here's a tissue.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you.
Thank you.
Once the meeting ends, if anybody needs me, I'm just going to sit on.
Marty, I have a question.